find you in the end.
Do you know who that is?
You'll find out just who was your friend.
Daniel Johnston, ladies and gentlemen, is joining us tonight on this edition of Doc This Podcast. We got a chance to talk a little bit about his t-shirt that Kurt Cobain wore, his music, his newest comic book, and hints that there's going to be a new Daniel Johnston film. How's things in Waller?
Going pretty well. Just been watching TV and stuff, you know.
Your brother wrote in his email, he said that you're working on a comic book, actually.
Yeah, we have one comic book out called Space Ducks, and it did real well, so I'm working on a new one. So it's a lot of fun.
What's the new one? Do you have a name for it? Or?
I can't remember. It might be Ducks at War or something like that.
I watched The Devil and Daniel Johnston, and I have to be honest with you, I absolutely loved it. I loved it, Daniel. And I didn't.
Yeah, it was awful spooky, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about?
Well, they filmed me for over a month, and all my friends came over to the house and we'd play, and they were filming us and interviewing us, and just like a few days before the premiere, they said the title is The Devil and Daniel Johnston, and I'm going, what? That's about the worst thing that happened to me in my life, you know. I was like, the devil, oh no, that's a little bit too hardcore, you know. But it was a hit anyway.
You didn't like the title?
Well, the thing about having my name right next to the devil's name is kind of scary, you know.
I guess it grabbed a lot of the audience's attention, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know what it sounds like a horror movie or something, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It does. You're absolutely right. I mean, when I actually saw the film on the name of it, I was like, well, this is what is this? What is this name? It's kind of a, it catches your eye. You're kind of like, I don't know if it's good or bad. You're wondering like, what is it? And then I watched the film, and I was like, this is amazing. What did you think of the film? In total?
At first I didn't know what to think, but when my friends came with me to see it in the theater, they were laughing, and I realized it's a comedy, it's a humorous movie, so it's really all right.
I mean, is it accurate to your life? Do you think?
Well, most of the information was pretty much, but it's like, you ever seen Hard Copy, that channel line called Hard Copy? Total exploration about any subject they have,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, it's film, and anytime that anyone starts to edit and cut things, it's never as true to you as people might think. I mean, the idea of you probably, if you only see that film, might be different. I mean, do you think that do you think that film is a good picture of who you are?
I mean, at that time, most of the footage that they have was just, I'm on drugs, I get out of the mental hospital, and then somebody starts filming me or something, So that's pretty much how it was. Whatever you see is just what I was like at that time, There was no script or nothing, so.
What would you say you're like now?
Well, I'm doing a lot better, and I'm working on some projects, and I'm very excited. Things are going good.
I'm curious, the Kurt Cobain piece. Do you mind if I ask you the question about the T-shirt? When did you first see the T-shirt?
I was living in Austin, and somebody brought a Xerox of it up and hung it on the wall. Then my neighbor at the apartment I was living, and we heard his music, and it was really some great music. He had a lot of hits back then going on, so that was pretty cool that he wore a T-shirt. That's for sure.
When you saw him wearing that T-shirt, what did you think?
I thought, he's wearing my T-shirt. That's a good advertisement, huh?
You made mention to the fact that, or at least the film made mention to the fact that you kind of always envisioned kind of that you were going to be famous, that fame was
Oh,
kind
that's for sure. I even had a friend, Jim Steranko, when I was young, working at, going to elementary school, you know? And every time he saw me, he'd say, "You're going to be famous, Danny," you know? And so it's been many years, but I finally, made it enough to be financially secure, and I have a house of my own, so it really makes a difference.
Do you feel famous? I mean, do people come up to you in the street and just kind of grab you and talk to you? I mean, is it something?
Yeah, they say, "There's that weird guy from on that video," you know. I'm going, "Yeah, how you doing?"
You probably have mixed emotions about that, I'm sure.
Hmm. It's fun to see the girls at the shows. Is the funnest part. I had a band, and we have been working and recording for almost 10 years, and just recently, my guitar player died,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's so terrible. And we had a finished recording that never got lost, printed. I mean, we did the cover, we did the art, and but we're very proud to be able to release that, in his memory, because it was a lot of fun. So.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. Do you have a new group now? I mean, what's going on with
Well,
you?
I
in
don't
music?
have a new group right now, but I'm getting together with some of my friends. We're talking about getting together and do some recording later on. So, and I'm writing songs again. So I'm happy. Things going pretty good. Well, thanks a lot for calling. And we've got a new movie they're making now.
Oh, they
So-
are. What's it
Watch out
called?
for that one. I don't think they have a title just yet, but they've been filming things, and it should be real
True
soon.
love will find you in the end. You'll find out just who was your friend. Don't be sad, I know you will. But don't give up until true love will find you in the end. This is a promise with a catch. Only if you're looking can it find you. 'Cause true love is searching too. But how can it recognize you unless you step out into the light, the light? Don't be sad, I know you will. But don't give up until true love will find you in the end.